Okay, here we go, World of Tanks, and I know it's been a little while since I put a World of Tank video up, but anyway, I am driving my E25, that's the German Tier 7 Premium Tank Destroyer, or as Thing 2 so infamously put it, the ELC AMX, but for assholes. So, we're on Erlenberg here, and I like, when I'm starting on defending on the assault map, I really like running down to about D2, E2, and trying to get some early spots, and the E25 is pretty well suited for that, given that it's such a stealthy vehicle, and that once the binos kick in, it's got a pretty good view range. So myself and the other E25 that's out in front of me here, we are rushing out, and we are looking for a stealthy spot to hunker down in, and unfortunately, yeah, enemy T20 gets in there really quickly. And well played on him. He got in there and he prevented us from sliding in and taking that spot and getting early spots on his team, against his team. So so again, good job on the T20s. Now he's popped off the radar. That means I've probably popped off of the radar. You know what? I'm not sure if that was a blind shot or somebody actually saw me or what, but nothing else is coming in. So, get a couple of spots, put a cheap shot in the KV2, which is always fun to do. And we're just going to look and see what I can get shots against. So, that VK100.01P, I am never going to pin him. On the other hand, IKV65, no problem. Let's see, I might be able to slide one in. No. Oh, wait, that KV2. I should have been watching for that KV2, and I didn't quite do it. I get spotted, bounce, and now you know what? I do not want to have a KV2 shooting at me. I also do not want artillery to take too much of an interest in me. So I back off, and I'm considering making a YOLO run against that T-34, but just as I'm thinking of doing it, well, the Lerva gets the kill there. Now the Leo is coming over to do the same thing the T-34 was doing, and things are getting hot over here. If I pull up, I'm in a, well, pulling forward is not really a good option. I'm in a thinly armored tank destroyer. I may be stealthy, but I'm not that stealthy. And my gun, fast firing, but really only good against, well, equally tiered targets, or maybe the sides and the rear of the higher tier. So I'm making a break for it. The idea here is that I'll be able to set up on the other side of the river, and maybe get some cheap flanking fire, long-range flanking fire into these guys that are pushing up the west side of the map without getting myself spotted again. So. First thing I do, though, is I try to peek out and see if I can't get a shot on. And then I said, "Ah, crap." Well, yeah. So I do the only thing I can really do, and that's just get myself up and out of the water as fast as I can onto the island. And I stop and try to think about the situation. I'm sitting literally in the middle of the map. All I need to do is just see, well, what can I do at this point? So, hey, I can shoot at this T-29. Well, if I can hit him. And, nope, T-30, what was that, T-34-100 backs off? Okay, get a hit in the T-29. Another one. Oh, the Rudy, that's it. And the Rudy is, he's not too sure where I can shoot him from. So, alright, a couple shots there. Let's turn around and look at the other direction here. And there's that enemy Leo, but no luck there. And now I'm looking at the VK. Best I'm realistically going to be able to do to the VK from this distance and this angle is maybe track him. That depends. On the other hand, if I can get a shot lined up on either of those enemy TDs, and I can't, then, well, then, well, I was about to say I could certainly do damage to them, but miss. Don't know where that one went. All right, so I'm sitting here thinking, all right, you know what? It's time to get off the island, maybe go down and hunt down that, what is that on the enemy? The M40-43, or maybe one of the other tank destroyers that we haven't spotted yet. And we've lost everybody on the west side, so I'm the only one over here. And yeah, that was a bad mistake. I should not have knocked down that little chunk of building. And I was thinking I might be able to get around behind that Leo, but he, as you can see, well, you can see which way he went. So he's coming down around behind me. The T-34's got his gun pointed in this direction, and I'm feeling really pinned. And all right, I go ahead and auto aim at the Leo. Take a hit. Put another round into him. Bump him. Put another round in. I take a hit. And finish Leo off. He should not have let me do that. Now that T-34 over there, I don't know exactly what he was doing. He should have taken shots at me when he had the chance. I think he did have the chance. Maybe he missed. Maybe he donked his shot. I don't know. But at this point, it's just a case of get out of dodge. Do not let that T-34 take a shot at me, because he can one-shot me very easily with the amount of hit points that I have left. So I spot the enemy artillery, and he's making a run up the west side of the map. And we've got somebody in the base, or sorry, the enemy VK's in the base, and that Jackson gets spotted out there. I go ahead and line a shot up on his last known spot. I don't know if I hit or not, but that's okay because I've got other things to worry about. So the plan, at least right now, well, for a second ago, was to run up the west side of the map, try to kill the artillery and maybe the SU-100 Yankee. But right now, that T-34, very low health. He needs some lovin' if he will come out in front of me. So there's one, I get a fire. Two, just to be sure about it, I get spotted. Don't hang around. Just get out of dodge again and run. Okay, so I've got an internal counter going at this point, and I'm counting slowly to 10. I'm counting 10 seconds off. 6 seconds should be all I need, but you know what? I'm going to go with 10 just to be sure. And now I'm going to take a classic position that you would normally take if you were assaulting, actually attacking here on this map, and that's just to get some spots down there. So my binos come up, don't see anything, so move down. Now I know that SU-100 Yankee's probably over there. I know the artillery's over there. Either one of them can one-shot me without too much hassle. So the idea, at least at this point, is to just get up here and just kind of peek and see what I can see. And there's 100 Yankee, and he is not looking this way yet, but he's going to be. And I just, you know, take a cheap shot at his at the upper edge of his superstructure. Okay, and get out of dodge. Do not give him any realistic shot at me. And there's the artillery. He can certainly shotgun me easily enough. So the same thing. I'm just getting out of dodge. I'm not going to give him an easy shot. And stop, fake him out. Okay, so both the SU-100 Yankee and the artillery are one-shots for me. But I don't want to give them the opportunity to one-shot me, so I pull back, wait till I drop off their radar, pull back out. I don't think he was expecting me to pop out right there. If he was maybe not aimed enough. He certainly could have taken the shot. I would have taken the shot as soon as he popped up. So now I just want to open up a little space between me and that 100 Yankee. He puts his shot right into the building. And there we go. That's it. So here we go, post-game stats. And yeah, no medals over here, which actually surprised me a little bit, but I picked up a few over here. Fire for Effect, Fighter, Bruiser, Spotter, and actually this surprised me a little bit. Picked up an Ace Tanker badge for that. But as you can see here, I spotted a good chunk of the enemy team. I shot up a good chunk of the enemy team, and I got a lot of spotting damage. And, well, anyway, 50. Well, let's keep going on to the stats here. 1,345 base XP, which again really surprised me at the end of the game. I didn't think I had done that much spotting damage, but certainly, I certainly did. 1,891 damage that I did, but picked up 5 kills as well. So going on to the enemy team, the VK 100.01, he had a not too bad game. He even pushed into the cap circle, but he did without any real backup. The enemy T34. You know what? He spent his time chasing me and got himself pinned down. T34 never going to catch an E25. Probably should have just pushed to the cap and supported the VK. The Rudy T29 on the other team. Rudy, he did what he could. The T29, well, you know what? If you're on a T29 and that kind of matchmaking, you got to really do a lot better than he did. But excuse me. Got to give props to the KV4 on our team. 3,100 damage. Picked up the Fire 4 effect medal. I am surprised he did not get a high caliber for that, but excellent job on that. 3,100 damage, a couple of kills, and of course killing that VK at the towards the end of the match. Our Hellcat picked up a couple of kills. Our artillery did nearly 2,000 damage, and of course the other E25 picked up 3 kills himself. So overall the team kind of came together. But detailed report: I fired 31 shots, 23 hits, 16 pins. Like I said, 1,900 damage. About 2/3 of that from long range. Damaged 8. Destroyed 5, but 3,000 spotting damage. And then on to, some of the scores, the score that really counts for some people, 48,000 credit profit for that, and that was my ×2 for the day, so 3,000 total experience for my crew. E25, it's a good little tank destroyer, but you've got to play to its strengths. Now, you could make the argument that when things got hot and heavy in here, maybe I should have stayed with my team and help them out from close range, but instead, by bravely running away, I think I did a lot more good for my team than I did if I had stayed in place and taken just died in place, just been able to put 2 or 3 more shots into enemy tanks. As it is, I got to long range. And this was totally an accident, I will freely admit that. But I got to long range, and when I got out here, I was able to put effective fire, into a number of different enemies. And just because I'm not in there taking hits doesn't mean I'm not doing, a reasonably good job, not doing reasonably, or supporting my team or something like that. What I'm actually doing is trying to preserve my health, to preserve my hit points, preserve my tank. And by doing that, it keeps me in the game and gives me a chance, especially when things get a little tighter towards the end of the game. There's fewer tanks on the map. I can move about a little bit more freely. Now, I will admit that when I got rushed by the Leo, as you're about to see, that I got lucky simply because that Leo, I think he completely misplayed his opportunity here. He should have rushed me, maybe tried to push me in the water, I don't know. And of course the T-34 there, not sure what happened with him, but you know what? They let me live, they let me run away, and I got to fight another day. So, well, with that, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the replay, and I guess I will talk to you later. Bye.